Hello, Oracles. Oracle Tim here from Oracle Investments. Well, we saw a nice little turnaround this morning. Does this mean that the rally is beginning and we're going to see this run up into tech earnings? We shall see. Let me know if any of you picked up some of that early morning fudge before we started making this turnaround. Personally, I added some SOFI, AFRM, and Tesla as usual this morning. I was able to catch Tesla at around 10:15 before it made its turnaround. And for me, SOFI and AFRM are two short-term plays. AFRM, I'm bringing my dollar cost average down. I made a mistake. I did not sell when it was extremely fluffy up around $150. Shame on me. So I'm bringing my dollar cost average down, hoping it runs up into earnings. If it does, I will take my profits and move out. SOFI, there are rumors that it is going to be bought out, so I am bringing my dollar cost average down. Another one that, of course, hindsight, I should have sold out at $24. Can't do anything about it. I'm still playing it as a buyout potential, so I'm bringing my dollar cost average down because it broke under $13, and I decided, you know what, I'll ride this out. Hopefully it gets bought. It'll run up quickly. I'll take my profits and move out of it. And now just a side note about AFRM, I do not recommend dollar cost averaging down for a stock you plan on getting out of, because if you're mentally planning on getting out of it for a reason, then you shouldn't buy more. For me, I do think AFRM is going to do well long term, so even if it doesn't run up into Q4 earnings, I'm fine with that. I'm still going to be playing it longer. So it's just, for me, I wanted to have this opportunity to free up some more cash, and AFRM was one of these plays that I could do that with. And if I dollar cost average down, it just means that I can get out of it with maybe a little bit more profit than I thought. And now this week we did just start having the bank earnings. We had Citi and JP Morgan. And as we had discussed before, banks historically had been running up into earnings, and then they were selling off after earnings, and then 10 days later, they start running up again. Well, both Citi and JP Morgan both fell after earnings, and they ran up into earnings. So far, this is playing out the same way. And now part of me wonders if this is done for a reason. Maybe their profits are coming out of the bank stocks and they're getting put into the tech stocks that are heavily beaten down right now, and they're going to run those up into earnings with the profits that they took from the banks. And there's a lot of small caps and many tech stocks that are in the oversold territory, or even low and close to oversold. We've got like Square, NVDA, PLTR, SOFI, AFRM, NVDA, Amazon. They're all between like 25 and 40 on the RSI, so they're pretty oversold or getting there. And so perhaps this is the time that these stocks start getting bought up again. Obviously, this is just my own insight and speculation, but we'll see how this plays out, because I do think that we are going to start seeing a serious run-up in the middle of next week. So we have a long weekend. The market is not open on Monday for Martin Luther King Day. So Tuesday comes around, we'll see how the news plays out over the weekend, long weekend, anything can happen on Tuesday morning. But we might see either a start of a run-up on Tuesday, or we could see a quick little sell-off on Tuesday to bring these RSIs down even more, do a quick last sell-off to bring the prices down, trigger some of those sell orders that big money wants to do, and then they start buying it on Wednesday morning and start running the stock market back up for all these tech stocks going into earnings. This is just how I'm vaguely seeing things playing out. I don't know for sure, but let's see what happens. And one of the tricks that I had learned from my father about these stocks that I'm playing more on a short-term basis is by setting stop limits. And for me, I'm at work all day long, so I don't have an opportunity to really watch the market. And so by putting in stop limits, it really helps protect myself. So I get in the stocks that I like. As they go profitable, let's say I'm up 6% on a stock, I will put in a 3% stop. So that means that if the stock comes down 3%, it sells off. I will gain myself half of the profits that I had at that time, and that's fine. Profit is a profit. Can I possibly miss out on some more upside? Sure, but I have also been in the situation where the stock goes negative and then I sit in the red for months and months, and that money is not making me any profit in return. So I would rather, in most cases, take that profit and move it into something else. And so for me, I'll do that split the difference type of stop limit. So if I'm at 6%, I do 3, 8%, I do 4, 10, 5, and so on. And for me, I don't go past 14% and then cut it down to 7%. So I won't do more than a 7% stop unless it's something that I think really has room to run. And then I'll put in like a 10% stop. And I've done that recently with MP Materials, and I did get stopped out of it, but I wanted to give it a little bit more room because I don't think it's going to come down much below where it's at currently. So to sum it all up for you, for the next 2 weeks, my plan and my vision, if this comes to fruition, is seeing a run up into tech earnings, taking profits on some of the stocks that I don't know will do well in a down market. I will take those profits, I will either keep them as cash, or I will put them into some cash plays or some dividend plays and let that money ride there until I get some more clarity as to what is going on past February. And now, just as a reminder, I am not a financial advisor. I am just sharing with you my insights and the plans that I personally will be doing with my portfolio. I recommend you always do your own research and make the best decisions for yourself based upon your own investments and investing style. Let me know in the comments below, what are you guys planning over the next month or so with your portfolios? I know many of you are all in on Tesla stock. That's awesome. And you're just going to ride this out and enjoy the ride, because it's going to be, I think, a wild one this year, but it's going to be an amazing wild one. I think we are going to end up very, very happy at the end of this year. So for those of you holding, have a great time. We will continue chatting about all of our Tesla stuff. For everybody else, let me know what you guys are playing or what other stocks that you guys are going to be buying and selling potentially over the next couple of weeks. Thank you all so much for watching. I appreciate all of your support and feedback. If you have not subscribed, please do so down below. Sign yourself up for notifications. I am over on Twitter at OracleTim1. I share all of my trades that I do every day on there. I will also share all the latest Tesla information and any other pertinent stock market news. Otherwise, I will see you guys later. Have a great one.